So I'll get YouTube up. Just double check
that actually works.
Make sure you turned everything on silent.
Yeah, it's working.
I'll tell you what.
Well, this was fun, but can we make this bigger? Or
is it even up yet?
Don't touch it in case it breaks.
Where's the chat? The chat's there. So we don't need it on our phone now.
Right, so
We've got time to go to the toilet. I all of a sudden really need to go to the toilet.
Yeah, do one quick. Go.
Cool.
I finished my brew, Andy, just so you know. So.
Have you? I've just got a fresh one. Right, are we even? Is it even live yet on here? Oh, it is. We're live. Oh my god.
Cool.
Right. So welcome to
really
Fancy a Brew. Yeah, welcome to Fancy a Brew podcast. We've got 10 people watching us, so no stress. Hiya Paul, hiya Tracy, and Claire. Welcome. Where's Leanne gone?
Hi, she's got the toilet. You told her she'll go. So yeah, she'll be back in a minute.
Well, at least there's 10 people watching by the looks of things. Anne-Marie's just logged in. Say hello, Anne-Marie. Anyone who's watching, firstly, we can only stream in 720p, which is why it looks rubbish compared to anything we normally do. And I'm about to have an heart attack because we just had the worst IT dramas with 3 minutes to go. So for those of you who joined us, welcome to Fancy a Brew podcast gone live. Leanne's just back, I think.
It's already on.
It's already on. Come on, Leanne.
She's back.
Flipping heck. So, Leanne, there's 14 of us now. Well, it'll be 17 with us free.
Hi,
so,
all.
I think we can calm down and not be so stressed anymore. I'm probably never going to do a live episode again because this is just too much for me to cope with.
Meant to come in at 6:30 just to have a chat.
Dive with Matt's on. Matt's one of the lads who sponsors the podcast, and he's always chats to me quite a bit. So he's probably going to show his face up at yours. I think he said he spoke to you before as well. About coming up to have a look at what you're doing. So tell us who you are for a start, Claire and Leanne. Welcome. Who are you?
Do you want to go? You can go first.
I can go first.
Yeah.
I'm Leanne. I'm a bit new on the diving scene, so I'm just in the middle of starting up a new dive centre in the Warrington St Helens area, Paloma Divers. And yeah, so we just recently started up a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
Looking into Scuba Escape with Claire.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that people might have actually been to the dive centre. Whereas it's going to be embarrassing having it for the past however many years. So
people don't actually know who you are.
Yeah, so I am Clare Dutton, paddy course director and owner of Dutton Divers and Vivian Quarry as well. And I'm now doing really fun stuff with Scuba Escape as well, which is going to be pretty cool. New on the scene, I could drop in a new dive centre now, couldn't I, just for
get it in.
Off that as well. So, and the new dive centre at Half Marina as well. So anyone go on to duttonsdivers.com to have a look at that and what we're doing this season.
Well, speaking of links, I've got a friend who runs Dive Proof Gemma. So it's either Gemma or not. I can't really tell because it's just come up as Dive Proof. But she's saying that the
we spoke to her
Facebook.
yesterday. She should be on there.
I know,
So,
but she's there now. She's saying that the link that you've put on Facebook group isn't working. Do you want to just check that the one I put in is the same one? Because then we might have 100 people who don't have a clue how to come on.
That'd be really sad. Thanks, Gemma. Yeah, we actually met with Gemma yesterday.
I checked this, so it's a good chance that it's wrong.
Well, going off the IT dramas we had 3 minutes to go, it probably was wrong. Nightmare. So we've got loads of people coming on. Differs, hiya Alex, you all right, mate? And Matt Roberts has just come on. Thanks for coming watching. God, I was about to have an heart attack 10 minutes ago, wasn't I? This is horrendous. See, the dramas are doing it live like this. Is people get to see what all the rubbish that we do in between, when we're recording a podcast. They can see just how bad it actually is.
Turn half an hour chatting to 5
Mine's going to be really fun with you, with all the internet connection issues. So.
Oh yeah, yours kept dropping out, didn't it?
Yeah.
The join now button is the bit that isn't. Yeah, so on the actual link that you've posted, it's not the link
is it
that's
the original
join.
one?
Yeah, it's the
Right.
join now button is the bit that isn't working.
Right, there we go. I think that one's a... Right, I've just shared it on the page with the other link.
Right.
Brilliant. Yeah, there's been probably about 600 people I've invited off that on LinkedIn and Instagram and going really well.
It's like a Scuba Escape game. That was what it was. It's like the first challenge.
That
of
was
Scuba
yeah,
Escape.
that was the intention
So-
of it all. It's like you have to figure out actually how to join it.
Well, I'll tell you what, if it's anything like the heart attack I was about to have with like 1 minute, like Krypton Factor at the end or countdown, my heart was in my mouth. I was already at kill, like just jump out the window or something. Anyway, so we're here to talk about your new venture, Scuba Escape, full stop, not Scuba Escapes, like I said the other day, and got
Please don't say that.
slapped through the screen.
Virtually
So-
slapped.
So without giving everything away, what is the script with Scuba Escape?
I'm gonna.
I go?
If you go, you can't give too much away. I will like literally have to shove my fist in
Okay,
your mouth.
that's fine. So Scuba Escape is, as it kind of says, is escape rooms that are underwater. But instead of being in a pool, which you may have seen some kind of things like that before, or your kind of standard little rooms that you'd have for a kind of escape room, it's going to be the whole quarry at Vivian Quarry. And if anyone's ever been there, or check it out on the website, it is a pretty cool quarry. The gates that are on the front, you can literally walk through into like another world there. The gate's going to be shut as part of the escape, and all of the contestants, participants, whatever, are going to have the quarry to themselves in there whilst they do it. There's group sizes will be 6, and we've been taking group bookings of up to
24 for the
24.
weekend.
Maths
Yep.
is fantastic. 24 for the weekend. And there's 6 games that people can choose from. Obviously, there's not a lot that have been said about the games because apparently it'd kind of defeat the point.
Yeah, if you sit here and just like,
I'll
oh,
tell
by
you
the way,
There's
this one.
there's pirates and everything. There's pirates, dive propulsion vehicles, saving princesses, and all those kind of things. So there is something that kind of suits everyone in that respect as well. And they are like, can I talk about?
I mean, if we give a breakdown of that, the games, because we've got the website up and running anyway, haven't we? So it kind of gives a bit of an idea. So we've got like one that's like pirate themed, where obviously treasure's going to be involved in it. We've got one that's like video game themed, where you're going to be saving a princess. We've got a murder mystery one, which is as it says on the tin. We've got a money heist one, where you've got to.
You don't have to go.
get money.
Does somebody have to shimmy down that wire and get to that big mine thing that's hanging in the earth?
We've not thought of that.
No, but
Is
you
there
can
a health and
test
safety
that and
thing?
let me know if that works.
When you come on the 21st,
so-
just see if you can like hang off it, see if it'll take your body weight, and then we can use it for one of the games.
Have you got a moth flying around your microphone there? Because there's something that's gone a bit. Oh, it's better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there again. If just anyone in the comments, if you can hear like a moth flying around around a microphone, just let us know because it sounds shocking. It might be my earbuds going. Is it that one or not? I don't know. Anyway, so when we planned this and we built it up and I wrote this massive list of questions here, you've just give half answers away to questions, so I'll just rub them all out now.
Well, I've not even gone. Well, I've not gone. To be fair, I've not gone through all the games yet. So we've got been given like 4 of the games, so we can keep going about the games. So
And I can
got,
tell you more about them and then get hit when.
Yeah, and then we'll not talk through.
It's definitely your microphone. That it's definitely your microphone.
I literally can't do
I
it.
can't know it.
Yeah, it comes and goes. Apparently, yeah.
I just realised I've got actually comments on the side. Yeah. Is it
You don't see them?
Same airplanes? Yeah, I can see them now. I've only just realised.
Let me just try a
We
different
bring this
microphone.
closer.
Let me just try. If I come off it shouldn't be my mic. My mic's cleaning.
Is that right?
Is it like when one of us particularly starts like talks?
Yeah, it's you, Leanne. You sound like a Dalek.
Do I? What about if it's all? Yeah, you go try that one.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's feedback on your side apparently.
That's That's you.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Is it because the airphone is too far away?
Maybe just suck off your earphones.
It's like that.
Right, I'll just turn their microphone off while they sort the microphone dramas out because it sounds horrendous. Just turn your headphones off and put a different one on. Tracy, it's worse when Leanne speaks. Oh, it's awful. Have you got your other laptop still on? That other laptop, is it still on?
No, because it won't work. It won't go on now.
Oh, it's shut. No, I was just saying if it's shut, it's not feeding back off there, is it?
That one wasn't working though, was it?
No, that's all right now. Although I can hear me coming.
Because I'm like that. I think
can hear me
it's
coming
we're using
through.
the same. We're using like the same earphone, like the same set of earphones. One in this ear and one in this ear. So I don't know if it's because we're two.
So am I. It's just the same. Just got two heads. Right, we'll try and crack on anyway. So whereabouts is it in the world? If nobody knows who you are and where you're from, tell us where you are.
Vivian Quarry is in North Wales, in Llanberis. So
yeah,
the best part of the world. So in the middle of nowhere.
Don't give too much away about Vivian Quarry. Like it's beautiful. It's in the middle of the slate mine.
Coordinates if you want. So,
it's just outside of Snowdonia.
You want
it's right next to Llanberis slate mine museum.
Yeah. So if you want to know more about Vivian Quarry, then it is an old slate mine.
It's got its own museum across the road and everything. You can go to.
So it is a stunning dive site as well. So sorry, I'm just massively taking it for granted though that people know how amazing.
Terrible. So what gave you the idea?
We were actually just sat there one night. I think we were playing Monopoly. Like we just literally started playing Monopoly on a Friday night because we're cool, and just sat chatting, like just talking about diving stuff. Because it's not really something that we've been all able to do throughout. Talking about like where we're gonna dive when we can and what we're gonna do, and then we just started thinking like about something different. We just ended up really chatting. It kind of just went from one idea from doing a shore dive to one that we haven't done to ending up being this. Not in that one night, but then we just kind of sort of triggered onto an idea, like thinking what could we actually do that's different to what everybody else is doing. And then we just kept going back to the same conversation over and over again. And it just kind of got further and further and further to the point where we're like, well, we keep coming up with all these ideas. Let's just go all out and get 6 games ready that will like sort of trip up all these different ideas. Like, in one of them, like I said, there's a DPV wanting to use that. And we were like, rather than putting everything in one game, let's try and do 6 different games that will use like the different dive skills. So it was a long process of actually getting there, but then we just kept going back to the same conversation with it, really.
Cool. Bit like me and Clare spoke, how long ago was it? A month ago or 6 weeks ago? And you'd said you had some ideas. And you'd said, so when are you running an expedition then, Andy? Because it was a year ago we spoke about one. Now I'm running like the biggest expedition in my life. So you're full of good ideas. Just in future, don't involve me in them because it either gives me an heart attack 3 minutes before they start, or it's just put another load of workload on that I wasn't expecting to have this year. So what level of diver do people need to be?
So it needs to be PADI open water, junior open water they can be, or above, or any other agency as well.
Yeah.
I've just seen as well somebody's put about needing the spec for the DPV. That's not needed for.
No, they don't know.
You don't need to have any specialities to do it. You just need to have the basic open water or junior open water for it with no specs.
Okay.
If you want to do a spec afterwards, you can also.
Once you've had a play with it,
that's cool.
So have you started wrong? Have you sorted out like a price strategy yet? Can you reveal that? Have you got any idea what you're going to charge folk for this, or what?
Yes, don't say that one. So we've got it depends. It's kind of done a bit on a sliding scale with it, really. So we've got the general price, which is $220 per diver. So that's just for singular bookings or for bookings up to sort of 6 people. Anything over 6 people, it's down to $200. We have sort of deals with that where it really depends on how many divers we can facilitate. Up to 24 divers on a weekend, along with the sort of packages that we're working at with alongside with Dutton's Divers, where we're able to sort of give you a full weekend of not just the escape rooms but everything else. So it's kind of just for the generic escape rooms, it's either 220 or 200, but then there's a lot of different pricing. We do have a brochure that Claire's very, very proud of and really wanted me to mention on this. She's so happy with this brochure that she's, in fact, we've actually sent it over to Gemma, haven't we? Gemma's so it's actually going to get changed anyway. Thanks, Gemma. But yeah, so...
Just with that as well, with the pricing though, there's a lot that's gone into each of the games, especially on the day. So obviously there aren't any extra costs, so they're going to get the entry into the dive site, all that kind of thing as well, the air fills, and also there's 2 dives as well. There's also the hosts that are there and other
I think if you put it into some kind of perspective, I remember the first game of or day out playing paintball I did 20 years ago. Well, I was 22, so near enough 20 years ago. And that was like a 70 quid day 20 years ago, all day. You're being hosted. They put a barbecue on at lunchtime, and there was no outside cost to that. But that was 20 years ago. This is obviously more extreme. There's more insurance because it's underwater. There's a lot more.
The thing is, as well,
logistics.
is that we're closing the quarry down. There's going to be no other divers in the quarry whilst we're in there. We are literally changing it into this full experience for the divers. So it's not like somebody can just rock up and just say, "Oh, can I dive?" Well, no, we've got the escape on now.
Yeah.
So whilst
just use the entire quarry as well.
Yeah.
So the escapes will use all of it. So
it's not just underwater. We're kind of kitting out the rest of it as well. So once you close those doors behind you, you're sort of taken off into like a whole nother world of whatever the game is that person's chose. Someone's asking about dive.
I know, I have seen that. Janetta has not found your mask yet, and Matt, I have actually found your knife. So
the only requirements are you're only allowed them back once you book an escape room.
So you've already touched on how many people, but is it 6 people for the entire day, or could maybe like 12 people book it and some do half the day and some do the other half of the day, something like that? Is it a full day experience, or is it?
What we've kind of done with them is that the 2 dives, they can either do them in the morning or the afternoon. We've also discussed about doing them at night time as well.
Yeah, for certain
kind
games,
of like advanced, like kind of escapes and stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, no, they can do groups of. We are splitting them into kind of 6 in a row, aren't we?
Yeah, so if a club books with 12 people, we are running sort of the same game for all 12 people, but we're sort of
reading the comments. I think you should definitely do the DPV spec as well.
Yeah, I reckon let's do it. DPV spec in the morning and then the escape game in the afternoon. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so if a club books with like 12 divers, say, we would have all 12 divers actually in the quarry at the same time doing the same game, but they would be split into 2 groups of 6. So with that 2 groups of 6, they would be doing the same game, but sort of bypassing each other whilst they're actually running the same game. Then so that's how we'd sort of work it. If it's sort of a group of up to 6 people, so say for example somebody wants to book as a 2, we would open up the other 4 spaces to other people, but then it would only be those 6 that are in the quarry. We wouldn't open it up to, unless it's a club, we're not opening up spaces for more than 6 people.
Right. Here's one, and it wasn't on my list of questions to ask you, but it's just sort of come to my mind then with what you were saying. So if just an open water diver can come along, I would suggest that most new divers don't have an awful lot of kit. So is it paramount that they have their own kit, or do you have kit that they can hire and stuff?
Yeah, they can still hire the equipment at Vivian as well. So any of the kit that they need. It's like we're kind of expecting people not to always have their own. The kind of idea of these as well is the same as the other courses that we run, and also the shore and boat dives like we do at Dutton's Divers itself, is that people can hire the equipment. So yeah, people don't need to have their own. There is equipment there and the facility to do that.
So especially for like stag do's and hen nights, people could just literally fly in, couldn't they, with just a bag of stuff and go, right, and you provide me with everything, let's go, sort of thing. So what's your favourite game? And you might as well tell me why as well.
Am I going? I'll go.
You want to go?
Yeah, I'm dead excited.
The only reason is like we've literally been doing this one all day today, like literally from this morning, and all I've had all day is oh my god, right, just go.
I I've basically spent my day today finding. I can say because everyone knows it's pirates. Finding a pirate outfit. Like, who else gets to do that on a Sunday afternoon? So
we're talking at least a good 4 hours, getting both of us out in pirate stuff.
What have you done now? Because that sound's gone horrendous again. What have you done?
Moved, probably.
Yeah.
Have you got moths in there?
Is that better? There's literally no moth.
There's definitely there's like a bumblebee or something flying around near your microphone.
Yeah. Try me over ear. I don't think it'll fit in the other ear.
It's not your earphone. It's better now. No, it's. Come on, no pressure. There's only 26 people watching this, so don't be too stressed.
Please ignore the fact that we've just had the earphones in the wrong ear for the last 20 minutes.
And to be fair, 26. Oh, it's dropped to 25. Someone sacked it. But that's more than I get on a normal podcast, so happy days. I've done loads here. Get in.
I've had to pay a lot of them off. I think my mum's on here anyway. I think my mum's probably got
she sacked it.
Has she got
She's already gone.
So for God's sake, no, not again.
Ace. So you were telling me your favourite one. So you've been looking for a pirate costume.
Yeah. So my favourite game is the pirate game, which is the Treasure of Serene. Yeah. I didn't change the name.
Not change the name of that.
Which is basically pirate themed, and it's got mermaids as well, and also it sounds like a really boring normal treasure hunt, and it's really not like that.
As in genuine mermaids, or you've got like as in people have got a tail on and cutting around in there.
Can I actually like?
No, don't say it.
No, you don't. No.
Apparently, I can't say that. It's like classified information. So
basically, her favourite one's the pirate one with the mermaids.
Yeah,
and
okay.
treasure.
It does sound
like
really boring treasure hunt when you say it like that. But it's
there has a lot gone into
a treasure
it.
hunt with a complete difference.
Yeah,
it is the best game out of the 6.
No, it's not.
Right. So, what are you going to do with Vivian in the sort of periods that you don't have an escape running? Is it going to carry on as it was?
Yeah,
or?
just the standard kind of stuff. So obviously we've taken on another dive centre now at Halfham Marina in Felly. So we're going to be running a lot of the dive boat's going to be from there now. And with it also having a pool, quite a lot of the training activities, especially instructor development courses, are going to be at that site. All of the other stuff then is still going to carry on from Vivian. So any shore dives that are happening around Anglesey, Menai and places like that, but then also all of the other all the same kind of stuff for training is going to happen there, and it will be open for divers still on certain days via booking as well. So it's exactly the same, just other than the fact that I get distracted by reading comments on there, so I just saw pirates and automatically
fair enough again for like the 100th time today.
So so basically it's still going to be like that, just when the actual escapes are on, there'll be most of the activities happening at Halfham Marina instead for Dutton Stars.
Right.
So it will open mid-April, Matt, just on there as well.
Oh, flipping Matt jumping in with that's my question.
Andy, you're sacked. Matt, come on, jump on in.
See you later. So does that mean if you're opening mid-April, that come the middle of June when I'm down there running my expedition, you're going to join me?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I mean, so most of the dive sites I'm hoping are going to be around that area, which would be
I'll
cool.
let you pronounce it because it begins with Porth and it starts with a D, but I'm just shocking with Welsh. I know why sound like you.
Really doesn't narrow it down. But...
No, I don't know. No, it's the one with the seagrass beds near the golf course and that little tiny village that's on the little bit of peninsula.
The one you were talking about last night?
Which one?
The other day.
I don't know. Where are you on about? I know you were on about Nevin yesterday.
Yeah, it's near there.
Okay, yeah, that's right by where the new one is. Yeah.
Somewhere in Wales.
Yeah.
Somewhere off the coast of Wales.
Honestly, So tell us more about your package deals that you're probably going to try and package together to make like a weekend of it or a good couple of days if someone's coming over that way.
Yes, quite a lot of people have got in touch with doing stuff for the weekends like they normally do, which again, the escape stuff is really cool for that, especially since this year most people are going to be in the UK. and giving them a kind of package with a complete difference to the fact that they can do the escapes, they can do shore dives, boat dives, and diving at the quarry as well. So we're still doing all of obviously the famous dive sites that we normally do, like the Menai Strait. The boat is going to be so much easier now that it's at the new site. They can literally walk. Like, I've got my own car park as well. I feel like I should drop that in there because I'm dead excited.
So we don't have to come and drop stuff at the door and then drive half a mile across the road.
You can literally park outside the dive centre, walk about 100 yards down the road, and the boat is moored there, and you can get straight
literally this is like on the marina. There's like so much good about it, and the first thing that is when she came back after getting it was like, there's a car park. I'll have my own car park. Of all the things, I've got a car park.
But the packages we put together in the brochure, we put together some 1 day, 1.5 day, 2 day packages, but they could literally come for a whole week if they really wanted to. They could do the Brew escape, and I don't think there is anything else to say.
No, it would just literally be like, no matter how many divers you've got who are interested, we could probably we could tailor it to whatever you're looking for, like with the escape rooms, and then working alongside obviously the Duttons with the shore and the boat dives and things like that. We could literally tailor it to what you want on what days. For any amount of divers. Like I said, we've got a group of 24 booked in for a full weekend, and they're going to be splitting it across 2 escape rooms for 12 on each day, whilst the other group are doing like either the shore dives or the boat dives. So they're going to be with us for the full weekend, swapping in and out of each other.
But then some of those packages though, for like the prices, it's obviously cheaper. Like I think what did a 2 day kind of trip worked out was about £300, just under that. To do an escape, shore dives, boat dives, entrance to the quarry, and everything. So
I know I've been to Vivian last year, didn't I? But because you were busy teaching and stuff, I know we recorded a podcast that night, didn't we? But I didn't really see inside where your compressor is and your ducts were hanging out underneath the compressor and all that rubbish. But how geared up are you? Because Matt's asked a question, are the escapes geared up for open circuit only, or can you get nitrox or a CCR diver?
They'll all be run on air anyway. Like obviously Vivian is a dive site, you don't really need the nitrox kind of capability anyway. A lot of them are done shallow-ish, but Vivian hasn't got the capability to do nitrox or any gas mixing. The new centre is going to have that kind of system put in for anyone wanting to do deeper dives around different places, especially off the boat as well. Some quite good technical dives as well that will be getting listed on the website soon. When
are we going finding them then?
Whenever you want. I mean, you bail on me all the time, so...
You're absolutely talking at you. I forgot we're live.
Yeah.
But you invited me about 6 weeks ago, and then you said, I'll let you know. And then when we spoke the other day, you said, you were supposed to come back to me. And I'm like, no, it was not that.
I'm really bad with dates, so you just need to drop me a message.
Okay, 5th of November, it seems, at the minute.
There's somebody else's question on there as well.
Go on. Is the Scuba Escape...
escape underwater.
Could it be suitable for some members of the team that are non-divers?
Some of the ones.
There's maybe we've got one, the murder mystery, and we have got a murder mystery one that potentially could be set up for people who are non-divers, but I wouldn't. We could potentially set that up as it. We've got a lot. That's probably although it does still have the two dives. There's a lot more stuff to figure out on land with the murder mystery, so there is a potential that could be set up for that side of things.
Logistics wise, have you had to actually change anything with the dive site at Vivian? Have you had to add anything without giving the game away if you can't? But I mean, have you had to do much work to sort of retrofit it to make it work for what you're doing now, or is it just a kind of plug and play model?
Was
that an elbow? Don't say anything.
We're not going there. You'll find out.
Just say yeah. Just say yeah or no. It's dead easy.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm the one who's like, yes.
You're the one who's like literally like, oh, we'll just get all of this, shall we, with it?
Oh, mega. Right, has anyone got any questions who's watching? Because we've got about 30 people watching now by the looks of it. But they've had a few questions. Is there anything we haven't covered?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
what your favourite game was?
Oh yeah, my favourite game. You didn't even know. You've asked, and because we went on about the pirates so much. So we've got the pirates. My favourite one's going to be Save Vivovia, which was originally named by me. So I've named that one, and that's going to be like kind of a video game theme with the Save the Princess. Obviously, you get to play with DPVs in it. I can give that away because it does say it on the website, so calm down. So you get to play with DPVs with it, and it's like, you know, you've got a princess in there. You get to collect things, and it's like probably based around like a Mario type theme. Slash Sonic, slash like that old school like 90s video game type of thing. So that was
Leanne, when you started telling us about your favourite game, then the mic went nuts. Are you plugged in or something? Have you got like your fingers?
No, I've got the sound just got the other half of that.
Turn your hearing aid down or something.
Alright, behave.
Pipe down. Yeah, predictable Leanne Sonic, your mum says.
Alright, Mum.
See, at least
she hasn't gone anyway. I'm going to say she actually didn't go. She sat there waiting to like take the piss out of me.
What's going on with this sound at all? So if I want to get to this brochure, where am I going to find it?
I mean, it's kind of on the website, so yeah.
Kind of. So like the front cover, or the index, or all of it.
Just drop us a message, drop us an email, Facebook email.
Wow, that sounds horrendous. Honestly, you'll have to listen back and go, Leanne, you just put your fingers on lips now and let Claire talk.
That's what I do.
That's horrendous. I don't know what it is.
What was the question about? Brochure? Yeah, brochure. They can be uploaded onto the website. We're sending out by email. So.
Yeah. Happy days. So, what's your website called again?
So it is wrong now. It's www.scubaescape.org.
Right. Everyone's commenting saying how bad this sound is. I know, and there's nothing I can do about it. I wonder what it is, because it was playing all right at first, and then it just keeps dropping in and out. I don't know. Maybe it's just because you haven't got a decent mic. I don't know. But it just every now and again. It's like echoing. Honestly, you sound like a Dalek on echo. Right. Do us a favour, just in the comments there, just type in your website so anyone who's listening can see it, because then if they didn't hear it properly, we can pass it out. Just where it says post a comment, just type it in. Easy.
Yeah, say that for us.
And don't talk, because that's horrendous.
Does it work with two?
He said, Matt said, are your phones anywhere near the microphone?
Have they just died? Is that what's wrong with them? The battery's on them?
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect now.
Cool.
So
There we go.
Except I can hear me.
Type it into the clap. We can't actually see where you can. But if you can hear us anyway, it's www.scubaescape.org. Like I said, I think a lot of you will have probably seen the invite from the Scuba Escape Facebook anyway.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
What?
So, that comment that's on there now. So the rewards for completing escape rooms. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, Matty Holton has said, what are the rewards? Like, what do you win? Do you want it? One of them medals that you get from Tesco for like a quid? Are they one of them?
Everyone gets a Scuba Escape logbook when they join their first game, and then they're going to get some sticker. See, Annie's on it there. They get a sticker that goes into that for each game for them to collect, and then also each month for those that have
completed the games.
They're going to go into a draw, and that team will get a prize as well.
I was going to say, you missed the trick there. 10% discount on your next visit.
I mean, like, I'd rather have a prize.
Yeah,
Everyone likes prizes.
the entire, like, they get a full prize for it, which is actually when we can actually say about what the prizes are going to be. They're actually quite prizes. So they'll get that, and then obviously you've got them to collect everything. There's probably going to be more news coming out about the rewards once we get a little bit more confirmation of what's going on with it. So
Yeah.
we'll be able to release that when that
There's
gets finalised.
Still quite a lot going on
Yeah.
behind the scenes for stuff like that we can't fully announce yet. See, I was behaved.
Well done.
So.
I'll have 5 later for that.
So when I come down to see you in a few weeks, are we talking about that or not?
Yeah, we will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there'll be other people that are there who are involved.
No. I mean now. Do you want to talk about when I come in a couple of weeks or not?
Well, there's a promo event.
We've got a promo event on the 21st of April. We're not actually releasing the dates of booking to the general public until after this.
Yeah.
We're not going to go into it because we can't find out what's going on.
Yeah.
You've got to turn up on the day and just see what happens. To Matt, no, you can sort of book solo. So you can book solo. What we do is we open up these slots for up to 6 people. So if one person does want to book by themselves, we would then open up the other slots for other people to book. We need a minimum of 2, if we said, two people to actually play. But then, like I said, we would have the spots opened up to 6. So you would have that opportunity then to find a buddy. From that way, we would sort of match you up that way.
What are your staffing requirements for this? Is it just you and your mum and yourself, Leanne, running it?
Just us two.
Yeah.
Just
Is
us
it?
two.
So what's Dean doing? Is he popping smoke down to Peninsula, running the boat?
Scuba Escape's completely separate to Dutton Divers anyway.
Oh.
It's just a thing with Leanne and myself. So the actual packages are obviously going to be outsourced into Dutton Divers.
Yeah.
But the actual Scuba Escape is Scuba Escape. So
Nice.
Yeah. I'll dive with you, Matt. That's okay.
My only diving friend.
But
mate, if you subscribe to my podcast, I'll be your mate as well.
You can get your own friends on there. That's all right. So.
Nah, I'm too fickle for that. Hey. So, have you got a busy week more of like loads more planning to do? Are you pretty much there now? Where is it?
We've got the trial run pretty much boxed off. That's ready to go now. Everything else is pretty much there. Like I said, just because we've got more things bubbling in the background that we can't announce yet with what's going on with the games and things like that.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for them to get boxed off. But by the time that the trial run happens, we're hoping that after that we're going to be able to announce the rest of what we're wanting to announce about the games and what else is to come with them.
Just on that as well, if anybody hasn't liked us on Facebook or on Instagram yet, there is quite a lot of marketing stuff coming up.
Starting tomorrow.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. Might give a little bit more away about the games as well, give you a bit more of an idea about them. So
what we've had so far on the Facebook is just pretty much just the generic stuff, just showing what the badges are going to look like for each games, whereas the actual full marketing strategy does start tomorrow, which quite a lot of time has gone into. Please, if everyone can say nice things about what's coming up this week, because otherwise Claire will cry. So yeah, we've got all that coming up starting for tomorrow.
That's Mrs. Clark. That.
Hey.
She's sat. So we've got 2 boy rabbits, and we're trying to get them to be friends. So we've moved them into the shed. So she sat in shed, making sure that they're not fighting and kicking each other's heads in. Watching this, of all the things you could be doing on a Sunday night, watching us just talk crap. Well, we're not talking crap, obviously, about your new dive sort of venture, and I can't wait to come out in a couple of weeks and see how it goes, and hopefully it runs really well for you for the first attempt. I'm assuming you've not done any other trials before that. You just sort of played through them in conversation, have you? Or you
kind of done. Obviously with trialing the actual kind of things to make sure that they work. But with respect to the other additional things we haven't done that yet until the actual...
It must be a flipping nightmare to try and sell the dream of something you can't really tell them too much about, because it'll just ruin it.
I would, to be fair.
The only reason it hasn't all gone out yet is no.
Like so much kicking going on underneath. So
See, what I've took away from it, and tell me if I'm miles away here, but it's going to be kind of like the Crystal Maze meets a murder mystery underwater, kind of
thing.
where you're not going to get trapped underwater like an escape room would have you trapped underwater, wouldn't it? You just go in. There's some challenge that you've got to do to get to a point to finish the challenge, and. So
obviously you have got to complete these challenges within the 2 dives, so that's kind of like our timed version of it. If you don't complete the challenge within those 2 dives,
some of them are timed as well.
Yeah.
So. Okay, sorry.
Don't say anything about them.
Sorry, they call countdown. So
yeah, okay. But yeah, so obviously you've got to finish that. Like the tasks that we're going to be giving you per one are going to have to be completed within these 2 dives. If they're not, you're going to be holding up the board and having your photo taken with you failed at life.
And you don't get put into
the prize draw, so you're not going to win the prizes either. Which again, like with the prizes, we're hoping after the 21st we'll be able to release what they are once that side's been finalised as well.
Yeah.
So
that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Right. Well, I can't thank you enough for coming on, and obviously us being dive friends that you came to me and allowed me to be the first podcast to come on. So, cheers for that. Nice one. What's he asking there? Are us Englanders allowed into Welsh Wales yet? I've no idea. I hope so, because I don't want to just be diving around here. Are we? Do you even know? Are you allowed to come to Darwin yet, Claire? Or back to Wales?
Yeah, like I still go for work and stuff like that anyway. But to be honest, with regards to like regulation stuff, we have been getting quite a lot of emails asking that kind of thing, and you're kind of better having a look on your own.
Yeah, your local legislations and things like that. Because at the minute you can't go, but that's why we're not starting it till sort of mid-April after everything else is to open up. So yeah, just look at your local legislation on COVID travel at that time. Obviously, if you have booked sort of to go, and then we do end up in another lockdown or anything like that, you will just be able to change your date for it anyway. So we'll just swap your date over.
We've mentioned with bookings as well, just before we kind of disappear, that they can contact and provisionally book as well.
Yeah, apart from club bookings, the club bookings do need to put a deposit down to save the date, because obviously they're quite large groups. So we do be taking up an entire day for us. We do need to have that deposit, but for sort of groups of up to 6, you can provisionally book your date. You can book your date now and not actually pay as of yet. We will sort that out with you, but just to get your date in. I mean, we've had a lot of queries with a lot of already bookings that are coming through.
Within the first 3 days, we've had about 65 odd divers.
65 to 70 divers already that are looking to come over.
Really?
Yeah.
Why are they not all watching this? They keep dropping down. We had 28 before, now we've got 26. And now Stephen Whelan's on. Hiya, Stephen. I hope it's Stephen who's on Deeper Blue, because if it's not him, I'll just like a spaz. But, that's nice.
Looking forward to coming later on in the year. Give us a shout when you want to come. We can send you some information.
Yeah, we can get all the information over and just get those dates booked in. Because like I said, with us closing the quarry down for an entire half day for that group that's booking in, we can only book that one. So once that slot's gone, it's gone. We can't get anybody else in, so it is good just to sort of drop, just to get your date booked in, really.
Nice. Well, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. I've always said I need to change that sort of line at the end. It's always I really appreciate your time. Say something else. I need like some originality.
Appreciate our time.
I'm doing you the favour. Nice. Right. Well, thanks for coming on. I'll. When am I coming up? 21st, isn't it? I'll see you then.
21st of April. Yes, the 21st of April.
Assuming
every day, like, when is it? When's the trial run? It's the 21st of April.
Yeah. That's under the assumption that we're allowed to play out, isn't it? And it doesn't all go Pete Tong again.
Yeah, hopefully.
So, well, good luck with the rest of your promotion. I can't see is it not doing really well, because everyone seems to be interested. There's a lot of it flying around, and it's not just you that's talking about it. So fingers crossed it goes really well for you, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks everyone for watching. All 25 here. 24, they're all dropping. They're dropping like flies now. Oh, flipping heck. Right, how do you end this? There you go, end broadcast. Right, I'll see you later, girls. Thanks very much. Have a good evening. Ta-ra everyone. Bye bye.